There's two types of people in this world. There's a person who is a victim to their overthinking, and there's a person who uses their overthinking as a superpower. There's one person who overthinks conversations. There's a person who always plans and never executes. But there's the other person who plans and executes perfectly because they're not impulsive. The other person. They're not spending a whole time dwelling on the past, but actually looking at the past and then learning from it and moving on forward and using the information to their advantage. Overthinking in itself is not a bad thing. It's just neutral. It depends how you use it. It depends what direction you give it. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this, and I want you guys to listen and take this fully. In my personal life, I've always been a victim to overthinking. I've always procrastinated on assignments, and it gave me so much anxiety because I've always been thinking about it. And I've had business ideas and ideas for the longest times, and I haven't executed it because I was stuck in the planning phase of things. Overthinking, I want to tell y'all what overthinking really is. Overthinking is just having high awareness. The more aware you are, the more you're going to overthink. And it's not a bad thing. Of course, high successful people have been overthinking, have that characteristic. Generals, leaders, people that create huge indexes and systems, they overthink because that allows them to, create these intricate, machines of life. The thing that separates that from your overthinking probably that gives you anxiety is because you do not execute. In this video, I want to show you how to transform that anxiety overthinking into just the overthinking that gives you a superpower. I personally, I've seen in my life that I have this high awareness and this high pattern recognition where I know somebody that I've seen one time when I was like 10 years old. I know exactly, I can see it in a crowd, in a sea full of people. I notice people like that. I notice people. My brain's always scanning, even if I'm not consciously doing it, and I've noticed this about myself, and I have this pattern. I'm always seeing the patterns of things, and this is what I use to become successful in my own life. And this is very important because to a lot of other people, it might just seem like, oh, this is just, it's just useless. But for me, I can use this in business and people. A lot of the times, people that overthink, that is a superpower waiting to be discovered. A lot of the things that you think is weaknesses are actually superpowers. Because I always thought my scattered brain and is always focusing on nothing. If you resonate with that you can really find superpower within it as well. I am always, even in conversations, I see small social cues that no one ever sees. I can see things from a mile away. I'm already know what kind of person you are just because the first interaction with you, because I've seen talk to people all the time, and I've seen the patterns, and I can kind of depict and predict how you're going to be as a person. Now, I'm not saying, you feel me, that's what I use it as. I'm always writing people off, but that's something I can use for my life to make sure I'm filtering people through in and out of my life. And and it's also, I come up with great plans. What I'm saying, my plans are very intricate and very deep, and the thing that separates it from being toxic is that I'm actually executing it. The thing that separates it is that I'm not lingering on the patterns that I see of people. I'm not just lingering on and pondering on it for months and months and months, making a decision. Oh, should I let this person in my life? Should I not? So that's the biggest difference. If you're someone that relates to that, this is exactly how you should be implementing it. So how I did this is very important. You need to let go of everything you cannot control. It's outside of your control, outside of your reach. There are things in life that you're going to want to analyze and think about for months and hours, but you need to let go of that and only think about what you can control. This limits the anxiety of it all, because what you can control and what you can't, you simply let go. That it's easier said than done, but that's something that you're really going to have to transform your mind into doing. Being able to just say, okay, I can control my actions. I can control what I am going to do. But if this person decides to act like this, I have to respond accordingly. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, oh, maybe they didn't mean to be like this. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? Just making excuses for them and trying to dive into their life. Oh, maybe they're like this because of this, and that. That may be true, and that's very empathetic of you. It serves you no purpose because they're still completing those actions against you and or for you. So that's kind of what you have to tell yourself in these certain in this kind of situations, and you have to separate yourself from that. Another thing that's about separation we need to talk about is being able to separate facts from how you feel. Now, like for example, a fact can be that they text you 6 hours later when you just texted them, and the feelings can be that they hate you or something like that. Like that's something that people get into, like the loop and like the diving of like, oh, why did they do something? You know what I'm saying? It does not matter why they did something or not. You know what I'm saying? Like just look at the facts. Okay, maybe they did text you like late as hell. Does that necessarily mean that they hate you? No. You know what I'm saying? It serves you no purpose to think like that because you'll never get any real answers from that. And that's why it becomes so toxic, because it's a forever loop. There's never going to be an answer. You just dive into this loop of just your imagination, honestly. And you live in your head. And that's the biggest problem with people that have this problem of overthinking, is that you live in your head. What I want to help you guys do, if you take anything from this video, is to start living in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Let's start actually doing actions. Control what you can control. Focus on yourself and actually just do things for yourself. You know what I mean? So this one I wrote down, and this is how to turn overthinking into a superpower. The first thing I want y'all to do is capture your thoughts. You guys need to start writing your thoughts down, because your mind is probably jumbled and it's filled with thoughts all the time because we think so goddamn much, you know. We want to write them down. And we need just what I said before, like facts from assumptions. You guys need to start separating them. Give yourself a thinking deadline. This is very important. I think a lot of times we think about things way too long. It's similar to the thing of like, if you say you're gonna clean your house and you're gonna give yourself 3 hours, you're gonna get it clean in 3 hours. If you say you're gonna clean your house in an hour, you're gonna get it clean in an hour. So basically, what I'm saying is, you put the deadline on yourself. You put the caps on yourself, your limitations on yourself. So when you are thinking about something, maybe it's a business idea that you want to do, or maybe it's something about the business idea that you want to think about and how you're going to go about it. Give yourself, okay, today, I'm going to think about it today, and then tomorrow I make a decision. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself the time and the place where you're going to do that, and then make a decision and move on. Next, what's next? What do I do next? That's how you want to think about it. You guys have to be able to orchestrate your brain in a way where it's heavily action driven. You don't have time to just be sitting there and just be thinking about things all your life, because that's how people's life just waste by, and then they just don't do the thing they want to do because they decide they're just thinking about it. And the last thing I want to tell y'all is to stop only analyzing yourself. That serves you no purpose. You're over analyzing yourself, and okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take it back. It does not It serves you purpose to analyze yourself, but only analyzing yourself serves you no purpose, because it's always in connection with the external world. You guys have to learn from the external world, learn from people, learn from the conversations you're having, the ideas that's circling around you. You know, and this is why it's turned into a superpower. And for everyone that stayed to this point in the video, I thank you. Please subscribe and leave a like, because this is where the real game is. I am able to have amazing communication and opportunities because my brain is literally optimized for it. I am constantly scanning my brain for opportunities, scanning my brain for conversations, and is learning. If you're only just thinking about, oh, how do I look? How do I feel? And, you know, like, how does this person think about me? How is this person perceiving me? You will never find opportunities that are right in front of you. A lot of people only live in their mind, but this is why it's so important to live in the external world while overthinking, because things will start popping up and like, oh, now you know what that is. Maybe the first time it's like you don't know how to go about yourself. You don't know what to say exactly. But then you start seeing other people doing it, and it's like, okay, that's how I should be. We are socially and communicationally inept. Like we're so bad at communicating nowadays and seeing things like that people that overthink have the superpower, because that they see the small little social cues, they see the small little opportunities, you know what I'm saying, for to going up in their company. They know how to talk to people because they've seen it. You know, they see a person of confidence and know exactly how to engulf it and start acting like that because we overthink and we see the little facial structures in people, and that's something that's really important. You guys can start to see the system that's in place that and you guys know how to make it work for you. So that's really important. And I want you guys to just take this one thing from me, that overthinking is just a neutral thing. It's not good or bad. It's really about the direction you give it. It's just like money. Money can be evil, money can be good. It's about where you're putting your money in. Okay, guys, so I want y'all to take that fact. And this is something I teach on my one-on-one coaching. If you guys want to work with me and I can get down to your mindset personally and really work out where you're at, because this is all different between what age you are and what gender, what race, and everything, and not because it matters, but it's also just specific for you and how you should be moving as a man, as a woman, as whatever you are. So if you guys want one-on-one coaching, link is in the description. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.